Alrighty, I have a construction update for you guys today, and this one is really exciting. So I'm going to go over my day in exact order with the clips on what has happened, but I wanted to take some time to thank everyone for watching the live stream and our construction updates. It has been a journey. It has been both stressful and rewarding, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching our updates. It honestly means a lot, and it makes all this worthwhile. I also wanted to say thank you to Adonai and Adam and Kenny, and there were a few other people there today that were just so helpful. I was live streaming for almost 2 hours today, and it was really hard holding the phone up for recording for 2 hours, and people were offering their help wherever they could. I think like 4 people filmed for me while I was live, and they did that just out of the kindness of their heart without even being asked or anything. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, because that actually means the world to me, to just see people just truthfully want to help out. And it was awesome. And to the group of people that stayed and watched the completion of AlpenFury tonight, I don't even know any of you personally that well, but like it was truly awesome, and it was just awesome to experience that with you. So thank you, and let's get into it, because this update's really exciting, because AlpenFury finishes vertical construction in this video. We stayed until essentially like 10:30 p.m. tonight to just watch them finish off AlpenFury. And yeah, so to start off the day, the support structure was completed on the other tower for the stall. That was exciting to see. And then they started loading track pieces in, which I was not fully expecting. I truthfully thought that they would finish this ride by 12 p.m. tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching this video. So I fully suspected they were going to pull out. There's this white crane here on site that was building it, and I just am noting that because an interesting series of events starts to take place. But I work tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching this video, and I was not going to be able to be there for what I thought was going to be the actual completion of vertical construction. So when I showed up today and I saw that there was a chance that they could complete it, it was like an ease of pain relieved off my shoulders that I was going to be able to document it. So I got really excited. So just to tell the story, a rush of emotions. I was really excited. Okay, awesome. I'm going to get to capture this. Amazing. I'm not going to miss out on it and have to have someone else film for me. Well, later on that day, you'll see in this video, a timeline of things started to happen, and panic and stress. So for those of you that maybe met me today and I looked a little out of it, there's a reason. I was really stressed. I was just sitting there with my fingers crossed the whole time, praying that this coaster was going to get completed today. So yeah, if I look stressed today, I had a headache and everything, and yeah. But here they are lifting. This was track piece number 4 out of, or 3 essentially. I think this was track piece 3 in the installment. And then there was about 2 more left. I'm trying to do the emotion. Maybe 3. This was 4. So 3 pieces left after this one. They were very quick to install these pieces up until the very end. Again, with building these roller coasters, especially a fully inverted piece that maybe requires 2 to 3 cranes to assemble, they did it with 1, which is very impressive. And Walters has been nothing. The team at Walters has been nothing but absolutely amazing, carrying this construction project through thick and thin. They have been able to work their way around essentially anything. It has been impressive to watch them work on this coaster. I have learned so much about construction just sitting there and watching them work on AlpenFury. So it is just a blessing that this was the group chosen to work on AlpenFury, because it's been such an ease in terms of working through, you know, poor weather, difficult situations, situations that require extreme expertise in resolving. So just wanted to give a kudos to the people that really deserve it on this construction project, and that is Walter's. Yeah, so outside of that, this is them installing that fourth piece. And yeah, it was gathering a lot of attention. For those of you that were there, you could vouch, like by the end, there was like a good 100 people standing there filming this process. And honestly, I don't understand how these people do the erecting so high in the air, just straddling the track like that. I would literally, one, fall off, or two, have a heart attack up there and fall off. So both situations I would fall off. But nonetheless, these people are working in high areas, straddling the track, bolting in, torquing, AlpenFury, getting it together. And the beautiful thing is that these last little pieces went in. And here you see the white crane being removed. So unfortunately, this is where a lot of stress kicked in. They were 2 pieces away at this point, finishing this coaster. So that was track piece 3, 2 pieces away. That crane broke, and they had to wait about an hour and a half for a new crane to arrive on site because they were determined to finish this coaster today. So that was stressful, but nonetheless, again, showing that Walters can work through anything. Another crane was on site, ready to go an hour and a half later, working to get this coaster assembled. So here they are lifting. Actually, I believe this is the second last. Anyways, I'm just going to stop guessing which track segment this was in terms of the construction project. But here they are lifting one of the pieces. This one went in very easy. And yeah, it was just really awesome to see them put this in. And I think after this piece is when I quickly took an opportunity to go tour the rest of the construction site. So there is more information about the other construction, about the other areas of AlpenFury. Again, some exciting details about the orange train as well in this video. But here they are lifting that piece of track in. Again, this one in with ease. It was really awesome to just experience this with other enthusiasts watching, as well as general public that stopped to watch as well. So I can't believe we are actually at this point of AlpenFury being completed. It feels like it's been forever. Do you guys remember the documenting tunnels where we were measuring to see if wing coaster trains could fit in them? The tunnel, debating if it was a launch tunnel underneath Vortex's lift. Was it for the ride? And then it ended up being a maintenance tunnel. These videos and the whole process of documenting roller coaster construction at Canada's Wonderland, it is so fun. I love the guessing videos more than when we figure it out what it is. I love the whole anticipation of looking at footings and maps and figuring out what the manufacturer is. And it's just, it feels like it's been 3 years. When we first spotted those little footing caps down in the basement of the mountain, that whole process of just like, is it Intamin? Is it Premier? Is it Vekoma? Is it this and that? And what about the hockey pucks and all that jazz for those who have been through this whole process? It is awesome. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you're not going to have to wait too long before that whole process starts again, because Wonderland's either it's 2027 roller coaster or it's 2028. It's one of the two. It's either 2027 or 2028, taking up Time Warp's and Kingwood's plot of land. It is in the works. It is coming, and I have already some videos to make about it because I have a whole thing to prove something about this coaster, and I am so excited to start talking about 2027 or 2028, whatever it is, for you guys. So really excited for that to start, but let's get on to the actual construction site for AlpenFury, because there is more to talk about than just vertical construction finishing. Like the station area, the double inverting top hat, which is starting to show signs of nearly fully complete. The fact that they've done a lot of grout work on the footings leading up into this area, as well as the Extreme Skyflyer loop. They've done all the grout there. I wanted to show an example of a fully torqued footing versus a not fully torqued footing. So as you saw there, it had 2 screws on top and then the yellow lines. The other one did not. So what you want to look for on the footings is that, a fully torqued one with a yellow line coming down and then the 2 screws. Here is the orange train being put on the track for AlpenFury. That is exciting. That means all 2 trains are on the track for AlpenFury now, which is further proof that this ride is getting even closer to commissioning, and starting to run cycles after they fully grout and fully torque all the footings and supports and track pieces of AlpenFury. Programming, for the most part, has mostly taken place. They obviously need to do programming with the trains on the track. In the station, not too much visually other than just getting the outer shell of the station built and all that insulated walls inside the station where the queue line will be somewhat housed. Again, I can't fully confirm, but it looks like it could be air conditioned. The lockout fencing is being put in right there. It looks great. That burgundy wood with the black fence post looks absolutely amazing. There's the Rockscapes rock work inside the mountain, so they're moving along there. But no other evidence of full tunnel walls inside there. It looks like they're just going with that rock design and caves where it's almost like icicles. The op booth is starting to take shape up there. That's awesome. Things are definitely progressing on AlpenFury. Things are really coming together. This is where you're going to see it really just come to life quickly. And in about 2 weeks, you could possibly see trains running on this track. For AlpenFury. So that's really exciting. I would say we're about 2 weeks out before we start seeing trains run, as long as all things go well. I got this sick angle of AlpenFury. The stall looks absolutely amazing, even here when it wasn't fully complete yet. It's just so awesome to see this anywhere in the park, and I can't wait to see it during the day fully completed, because I haven't got to see that yet. We filmed it right up until 10:30, them completing the stall. And yeah, it's a whole adventure. There is a lot more work to do, though. A lot of people in that live stream are asking, well, when is it going to open? When's it going to open? Remember, we have to finish the grouting. We have to finish fully torquing AlpenFury. We then have to make sure all the lockout fences are in and the netting is in. And then we have to make sure the station and the queue line is built, as well as programming and commissioning the ride. And then inside the launch tunnel, Rockscapes needs to finish up their work. And then after that, we need to do actual testing. And that's not even including the pull through of that clearance envelope that it's going to have to go through. So kudos to you guys if you guys are able to catch that clearance envelope going through the course of the ride. That'll be a really cool shot, because it is a robotic one. So it is manually controlled with a controller, I believe. So that'll be cool to see. And yeah, so they're just about to finish here the alignment of AlpenFury's track piece, and then they're gonna do the final track piece. I do not need to narrate that. You're gonna see it. They're gonna run into a slight little alignment problem, but it's not a problem because it was very easily fixed. Just took a while. Easy is a hard word, is a word that I don't want to use because it was a complicated process. I'll quickly explain it, and the video is going to transition into music for you guys to just watch this last track piece. But essentially, they had to angle and kind of rework the 2 towers of the stall in order to get this track piece to slide in properly and bolt it. So it was a very complicated process, but again, Walters was so highly trained and ready. They knew exactly what to do to get this track piece to fit, and it was very impressive to watch them do it. So again, a huge kudos to the Walters team and everyone working, and just that new crane operator that came in last second to work on it. Like, a huge kudos to him, having to learn the ropes and all that before that all happened. But yeah, super exciting. So thank you so much for watching these updates. There'll be more to come because there's a lot more to cover on AlpenFury. And thank you so much. And enjoy the last little bit of watching them put this ride together, all the way from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at night. Have a good one, guys. Bye.